grows arms and reaches for the living on the deck. The tentacles of mist are coiling tight around the neck. Nero moves like water through the white and heavy veil. He vanishes and reappears behind a different rail. Orion loosed an arrow at the shadow in the mist. The shaft went through the bishop like a hand through empty fist. Another and another, and the steel just passed him by. The arrows hit the water on the other cursed side. Aristotle raised the dead to fight the holy fiend. The magic crumbled in the fog before the spell convened. The mist is drinking every hex and every spoken charm. The necromancer cannot raise a single bony arm. Skink fired a bolt of burning oil across the bow. Nero stepped aside like he already knew. Somehow he laughed inside the curtain of the suffocating white. A bishop does not need to rush the killing of the light. Then Aristotle stopped and turned with emptiness inside. His golden eyes went black as ink, and something else arrived. He raised his claws against the saint and lunged without a sound. The fog had found a doorway to the mind beneath the ground. The saint grabbed the serpent by the skull and spoke the holy word. A flash of sacred light erupted like a golden bird. Aristotle fell and gasped and clawed back to the living plane. The bishop pissed inside the fog and sent the fear again. The girl was on the deck and she was frozen to the bone. The sword was in her hand, but she had never fought alone. The bodies of the innocent were lying in the red. The boy who asked the questions and the cook who kept them fed. She heard the voice of Tarop in the creaking of the mast. She heard the voice of Dolly saying supper's ready last. She heard the voice of Patch who asked her if she killed a beast. She stood and faced the bishop and the servant of the priest.
She swung the blade for every soul that Nero cut apart. She swung the blade for every wound he carved into her heart.
The silver edge hit the bishop and the world began to change. A golden fire erupted at a devastating range. The flames crawled up his body like a living, breathing vine. The sword was not a silver light, but now a gold divine. The fog recoiled and shattered from the burning of the blade. The ship lit up like sunrise, and the darkness was afraid.
Aristotle called the lightning from the sky above the mist. It cracked the fog and found the bishop with a serpent's twist.
Skink launched the iron net across the burning deck. The ropes of steel and cable wrapped around the bishop's neck. Orion sent an arrow through the gap inside the flame. The shaft hit flesh and Nero screamed along in holy name. The golden fire was eating at the vestments and the skin. The bishop of the god of fear was finally floor, his body turned to filthy water. Pouring through the door, the black and stinking liquid ran between the planks and wood. It dripped into the river where the bishop finally stood. The fog pulled back and followed him like a cloak into the stream. The golden light stayed burning like the echo of a dream. The water turned to black and then the river swallowed him. He vanished in the darkness past the edges and the brim. The sword is gold.
The fog is gone.
The fog